told on my ship, the greatest Skaven, for there is no other greater than me. The story we tell our young ones about our beginning, your beginning, how we became. North of the coast of Sartosa, there was a city with a great port. And in this city, men and dwarves lived. And due to the nature, it was built both above and below. And as time and peace were happening, the men decided they would honor their gods by building a temple, the greatest temple that the world has ever seen, with a tower reaching the sky to show the gods they feel, so that they may be blessed in the future.
Yes.
The plans were drawn. They reached out to the dwarf brothers for advice and counsel, and they started. Days turned into weeks, weeks to months, and they started the building. Sons to sons, generation to generation, they built. And after many generations, the foundation was laid and the walls were started. Again, more sons to sons and generations. And as the walls went up, the men became discouraged. It was taking too long. For as the walls went up, it was harder to get the stones to the top. And it was then when a stranger in a gray cloak came to them, gathered the men around, and said, I can build your temple in one night. And all I ask is that I can place my dedication to the gods at the peak of the temple. A small thing for the men. They said yes. He said, come back at midnight. And the men scattered to their homes and came back just before midnight. To their astonishment and awe, their temple was built, their tower was up. And just at midnight, the bell tolled under it. 1, 2, 3. It was doom-laden and heavy. 4, 5, 6. It was like the heartbeat of a bronze giant, beating louder. 7, 8, 9. The men held their ears and stepped back from the temple. It started to hurt. 10, 11, 12. The skies darkened. The men were afraid, and rain started. With the 13th toll, green lightning struck the tip of the tower. And they ran. They ran and they hid, hoping that by the morning everything would be fine. The rain would be gone and their lives would be in peace again. But no, at dawn, the rain had gotten worse. It was heavy like ash and pools of illuminescence. They ran to their brothers, the dwarves, for counsel. But the dwarves were, our halls are warm, our stores are filled. Go away. But as days passed, the rain got harder. Hail started, killing them. They hid in their homes in fear. They sent out messengers. They sent out they made sacrifices to their gods. Nothing. The messengers never returned. The gods were silent, as their crops were failing. There was a plague of rats that descended on the city. They went once more to the dwarves. Please, aid us. But nothing. The dwarves were angry, for the rains had filled their tunnels. Their stores were depleted. They shoved the elders out. The hailstones became meteors. No food. Their city in ruins. They had nothing. So they gathered the remaining people, they gathered their weapons, and they went once more to the city of the dwarves. Their last hope. They banged on the walls. Nothing. No turning away, no words. So they gathered some of the ruins of their city and they beat the doors down. As they rushed into the once great halls of the dwarves, all they found were gnawed bones, bits of cloth, and emptiness. And as the last men gathered in the center, in the dying light of their torches, they looked around and they saw thousands upon thousands of glittering red and malevolent eyes. And as the swarm came down, they picked up their weapons and they put up their final stand, to no avail. And as the final men of Kavzar died in that hall, the bell rang 13 times, and the rains continued. Thank you,
Rats!
You did a great job. Public speaking is hard. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for this. We thank you for being a part of this. How'd you do?
Good. Wonderful!